Almost every single day, I get an email or I find an article online that screams 3 easy ways to bring in new clients for your business today. A lot of it is nothing but mumbo jumbo in an overcrowded market. If you're having trouble finding clients today for your big idea, we'll talk about all that and more in today's episode of Vision of Success TV. Now, when I get each of those emails in or I see those articles online, I click on them. After all, I'm in business, and I'm always in business to approach and to get brand new clients, just like you are. I don't think there's anyone in business today that isn't at some point anxious to get new clients. So when you see articles like that, especially by potentially someone new, it's always exciting to click on them and see what type of advice they have. And yet what I'm finding is every time you click on those, they offer the same old laundry list of ideas that really aren't ideas at all. Because what they'll do is they'll give you a little bit of information, but then they just provide a very simplistic list of things that you should try in order to get clientele. So it may be things like send out a postcard or, send out a newsletter, put a newsletter together and, send it to a potential new client base. Now, all of those are great ideas, but again, they'll do nothing to get you business in today. They'll do nothing to change your overall strategy and to change your overall marketing appeal to who you're trying to go after and how you're approaching it. So for me, when I teach people how they should go about marketing their idea and how you can go out and actually approach someone and get a client today, I do something slightly different. I give people 3 key ways that you can go out and you can start communicating and reaching out to clients as of today and start bringing them in. And we can do that with the philosophy of one. So there's 3 steps to the philosophy of one, and it all comes down to one thing each. You need to think about one product or service, you need to think about one client, and you need to think about one very specific message. And if you have all 3 of those together, that's what's going to create your overall marketing appeal. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's start with your products or your services. Now, chances are you have a ton of different products and services out there in a variety of different ways. And so many people like to create the laundry list of all the different products and services they have. But ultimately what you're doing is you're confusing your client because they don't know what to purchase, where to go, or which direction to head in. They're confused by all the things that you have to offer, and more than likely they're going to just shut down. They're not going to take any action whatsoever because they're confused. The same thing is if you look at the approach from one client only, you're no longer thinking about everything that you have to offer and every potential client that may exist in the universe. Instead, what you're thinking about is one very specific person. Usually what I do when I'm coming up with my own marketing messages is I even put a name to that person. Now, it may be a past client that I've worked with in the past, or it may be a hopeful client that I have dreams about achieving, that I have dreams of servicing at some point in the future. So I give her a name. And once I do that, then I can create one specific message for that person, for the person they are, and for the product or the service that they're interested in. Let me show you an example. So again, if you're a realtor, you might sell houses, right? An easy enough concept. But let's say you would change the approach and now all of a sudden you're marketing to Sarah. Sarah is a 20-something. She's looking to purchase her very first condo in a downtown community. Now all of a sudden we know who she is, we know what she wants, and we know what we can offer her. All the different structures, all the different things that she's going to need to go through the process. So we can create something very specific geared just to her. So if you change your concept, go from the 3-prong approach and always focus in on one, you will improve your marketing immensely. You'll find places that you can network more effectively, and you'll find ways that you can actually market to that client in a much more effective way. I guarantee you, you're going to find clients a lot easier than if you take some of those standard lists and put those into action. Now, if you like this tip right here, make sure that you sign up right here for my weekly newsletter in which I provide both blogging tips and televised tips so you can watch no matter how you prefer to get your message and get strong information that will help you grow your big idea into something successful today.